Welcome back to my channel. Children, this video is the second part of acid, bases and salt. And here I am going to explain the classification of acids and bases. Before I start my class, I request you all to please subscribe my channel. If you find my channel helpful for you, like it and share it. Also, I want to request you to comment in the comment section to give me the necessary suggestion. Let us start our lesson today. Acids can be classified into different categories based on the following criteria. The first one is it can be classified depending on their sources. Second criteria is depending on their basicity. Third criteria is depending on their concentration. Fourth one is depending on their strength, and the last one, acid can be classified depending on their composition. So children, one by one we are going to learn. First one we will see depending on their source. Acids can be obtained from organic sources as well as inorganic sources. So that is why acid can be classified as organic acids or inorganic acids. Organic sources includes the living organisms. Acids which are obtained from organic sources, or we can say the plants and animals, are called organic acids. All organic acids, there are some similarity, that is they contain carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. These three atoms are present in all the organic acid, and organic acids are weak acids. All organic acids are weak acids. Let us discuss some of the example of organic acid. We can see first one is oxalic acid, second one is acetic acid obtained from vinegar, formic acid obtained from radient, citric acid it is obtained from citrus fruit or oranges and lemons. Now let us come to the inorganic acid. Inorganic acids are obtained usually from minerals or the inorganic sources. They do not contain carbon atom. One exception is there, carbonic acid, though it contains carbon, hydrogen and oxygen, still it is not an organic acid, it is an inorganic acid. They are generally strong acids and some of them are weak also. Some example of inorganic acid you can see: hydrochloric acid, sulfuric acid, nitric acid, carbonic acid and phosphoric acid. Now the second criteria we will see, that is classification of acid depending on their basicity. The basicity of an acid is the number of hydrogen or hydronium ion which can be produced by one molecule of the acid when it is completely dissociates into ions. You can see basicity of an acid is the number of hydrogen ion, or we can say the number of hydronium ions which can be produced per molecule of the acid. So you can see here some of the acids are monobasic because they contain one replaceable hydrogen ion per molecule of the acid, or we can say they can donate one hydrogen ion when completely ionized, or we can say they can produce only one hydrogen or hydronium ion when dissociates completely in water. For example, you can see nitric acid containing one H plus ion, hydrochloric acid containing one H plus ion, acetic acid containing one replaceable hydrogen, hydrobromic acid, perchloric acid. Here you can see one of the example I have given, acetic acid, which contain 4 hydrogen atom. This contains 4 hydrogen atoms, 1 plus 3. But still it is monobasic because only one hydrogen, this hydrogen is replaceable, other 3 are not replaceable. From that we cannot get any hydronium ion. Now let us come to dibasic acid, which yields two free hydrogen ions in its aqueous solution for each molecule of the acid ionized, or in other form we can say dibasic acids contain two replaceable hydrogen atoms. Simple example of dibasic acid is common acid is sulfuric acid H2SO4. Some other example of dibasic acid we can see here, that is H2SO4, sulfuric acid, carbonic acid H2CO3, sulfurous acid H2SO3, COOH2, oxalic acid. All these are dibasic acid. Now let us come to tribasic acid. Tribasic acids are acids which yield 3 hydrogen ions in their aqueous solution for each molecule ionized. Some example of tribasic acid: phosphoric acid H3PO4 is a tribasic acid. Citric acid C6H8O7, here also you can see there are 8 hydrogen, but only 3 hydrogen are replaceable. Then boric acid H3BO3, example of tribasic acid. Similarly, you can see silicic acid H4SiO4 and pyrosulfuric acid H4P2O7 are example of tetrabasic acid. So this is the basicity. Basicity mainly it tells about how many number of hydrogen or hydronium ions are produced by one molecule of the acid when it is dissolved in water. Now, depending on their concentration, acids can be classified as dilute acid or concentrated acid. Dilute acid means it contains a low concentration of the acid, and concentrated acid is it contains a high concentration of the acid. When small amount of acid is dissolved in water, we get a dilute acid. When more amount of acid is dissolved in water, then we get a concentrated. So the next criteria is depending on their strength. Strength, children, you must know strength of the acid depends upon the H plus ion concentration. That is what is the concentration of H plus ion, not the concentration of the acid. So depending on the strength, we can have two types of acid. One is strong acid and other one is weak acid. Strong acids are those acids which contain a high concentration of H plus ion. Almost all molecules of the acid dissociates into ions. I want to tell you that when we dissolve an acid, it is not mandatory that all the molecules dissociates into ions. So a fraction of molecule dissociates into ions. So in strong acid, almost all molecules of the acids dissociates into ions. Weak acid, on the other hand, contains a low concentration of H plus ion. That means only a small part of the molecule of the acid dissociates into ions. Next criteria is depending on their composition. When we see the composition of the acids, what are the atoms present in an acid, then we can classify into two categories. That is, one is the oxo acid, the other one is the hydra acid. So hydra acid, what is hydra acid? Which contains only hydrogen and a non-metal. It is a binary acid containing hydrogen and a non-metal. For example, HCl or HBr or H2S. These are hydra acids. On the other hand, oxo acid contains hydrogen, then oxygen, and along with these two, there is a non-metal. For example, you can see sulfuric acid H2SO4, H, S and oxygen. Nitric acid HNO3, H, N and oxygen. Carbonic acid HCO and O. H2CO3 is the formula. Now let us come to the classification of bases. Bases, on the strength of the alkali, we can classify alkali into two types, that is strong alkali and weak alkali. The concept is the same. It depends upon the strength of the OH minus ion. So strong alkali, an alkali which undergo almost complete dissociation in aqueous solution and produce a high concentration of OH minus ion are known as strong alkali. For example, sodium hydroxide, potassium hydroxide. On the other hand, you can see weak alkali means it is an alkali which undergo only a partial dissociation or ionization in aqueous solution to produce a low concentration of OH minus ion. So here the concentration of OH minus ion is important. Example of weak alkali is ammonium hydroxide or calcium hydroxide. Now, alkali also can be classified on the basis of acidity of a base. Acidity of a base is the number of OH minus ion that is produced per molecule of the base. You can see the definition, we can say the number of hydroxyl ion which can be produced per molecule of the base in aqueous solution. Also, there is another definition of basicity, that is, it is the number of H plus ion that one molecule of the base can react with to form water. So, the example of monoacidic base is sodium hydroxide, potassium hydroxide, ammonium hydroxide. Example of diacidic base are calcium hydroxide, cupric hydroxide, ferrous hydroxide, etc., which contain 2 OH minus ion. Example of triacidic base are aluminum hydroxide, ferric hydroxide, chromium hydroxide. So these are the classification of bases. Thank you children. Thank you for watching the video. Have a nice day.